All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I didn't want to make this video. I didn't want to make any videos this week, but I need to make this video because I give up. I failed and I give up. And I think it's important, traders, to recognize when it's time to throw in the towel, when to recognize defeat, and when to give up. I'm not going to waste your time showing you what happened last weekend. But my 50K combine was only a few $100s away from passing, about $600 away from passing, and I blew it up, and I blew it up on green days, so things were looking good. It was green days that I was red, and the biggest reason why I having these red days on green days is because I just can't hold the trades, trading in the minis. I need to be in the micros to be able to hold the trades. And when you're in a micro, you're like a tenth of what you'd be doing in the mini. So if a mini one contract was $1,000 risk, that in the micro is only $100. So yeah, I could trade micros only. And I think, on hindsight, looking back now, that 50K combine would be great if I was only trading micros in the NASDAQ and just accepted that. Or if I traded a ticker that didn't move like the NASDAQ does. I think trading the 50K combine in the NQ is a big mistake. And I should never have tried to do that. I should have recognized it ahead of time, but I didn't. And that was a mistake. But not only did I have a bad weekend in my combine, my live account was only a few $100s away from the $7,000 marker, which puts me out of trader rehab and lets me scale up. And it was a trade that was like a 90% probability, so I decided to go big on it, and it was a red trade. So I took that account all the way back down to like $4,400. Really bad. You work for months to grow the account, and then in one day, you throw it all away. It's pretty depressing and frustrating. But one thing for me is like my biggest failures in trading and in life are the catalysts to my biggest growth, my largest growth in life and in trading. Because whenever I get smacked down like that, I try to find a way to improve myself, to get better, and I'm like tenacious about it. Like I have to be able to do that better. I can't let that get me down. I'm not going to fail at that thing, kind of thing. So, and I get just like super hyper focused, and sometimes when I'm not taking a beating, I can be really inside, narrow vision, narrow scope. But when I get that beating, it helps put me back at that like high level overview, so I can get a good view of the big picture of things and what's going on, past, present, potential future, kind of thing. So I kind of need those train wreck moments to be able to really let me move on to the next level. Let me move up to the next level. So I see it like this. Failure is running into that wall, just smashing into that wall and keep on smashing into that wall, which is what I've been doing. 6 combines. Ridiculous. There's no reason for that. 6 combines is failure. Smashing into that wall and stopping, taking a step back, looking at it from a high level, just a wide picture view, finding a way around, over, under, whatever it is. But taking that time to find that plan that gets me past that wall so I can continue on my journey is success. Failure is just to keep on smashing into it until the end of time, and you never get anywhere because you're just bullheaded, determined, and like a brute just trying to break through, and you're never going to get there. And you'll be a failure forever. But to hit that wall, say, oh, can I get through that wall? Hit it again. I don't know. It's pretty tough. Try one more time, maybe. And then take a step back and really assess everything. And when I say which would be the right thing to do, but that's not what I did. I just kept on smashing into that wall. And when I say assess everything, I mean do it like a 5-year-old. One thing my kid teaches me is constantly asking why, but, how, why. And it doesn't matter what answer you give. It just is always, well, why about that? Well, what about that? Why that? Why that? All the way down to like the smallest molecule. But why? It never ends, right? That curiosity. And I think when we reflect on ourselves and we do the same thing and we keep on asking why, and we end up finding the root of the thing. We get to the very foundation of that thing that's challenging us, or that's making things difficult, or that thing that we need to be able to better ourselves. So I took this week to kind of do that, to play around with some stuff, and just to really reflect and go back and look and say, I passed the combine, I passed the XFA, I made it to a live account. What did I do then that I'm not doing now? What did I forget about? And then it's easy to say, well, I was trading an 150K account. Well, I was trading 3 different tickers, and start going down the list. But then keep on asking myself, why? And then I get to the bottom of it, the root of it. And it's kind of simple. And it's that when I first approached the Topstep angle, I approached it as I would with any trading scenario now. Before Topstep, I was doing my channel and very successful in my personal trading, not in my channel at all. And I've been a successful trader for a really long time doing a certain thing. And choosing to go into the prop firm space and trade futures was very different than what I've been doing. There's a lot of different circumstances there. But my channel is also a piece of that. And, I had my channel for maybe 6 years with like 50 subscribers. And then choosing to go into the prop firm space has helped my channel grow quite a bit. Now I have over 600 subscribers because of this in less than a year. But when I created my trade plan and started looking at everything for the first time through this whole process, I took into account all the normal stuff of a trade plan that you should have. But then I also had to take into account Topstep's rules and stuff like that, which are fantastic. Basically, there are no rules. Don't hit your DLL. Don't blow up your account and go at it. You can do whatever you want. Average down if you want, average up if you want, trade the news, whatever. Like, it's awesome. Like, a lot of these prop firms out there, I was searching. I'm like, what's going to be the prop firm I'm going to choose? And searching and searching and searching. And all of them were terrible to me. All of them. Like, I was like, this prop firm game is terrible. Who would ever do this? And then I found Topstep, and I'm like, oh, one of them that actually lets you be a trader. Okay, well, I'm going to trade with Topstep then. So, and that's why, in a nutshell, why I chose Topstep. But they do have some rules, 50K account, what 150K account, how many contracts can you buy, what instruments are you going to trade, what's your DLL, what the rebills every 30 days, like, what do I got to do to get out of the XFA into a live account? Like, all those things need to be factored into the plan. But the other thing that had to be factored into my trade plan that back then was, what am I going to do for my channel? Like, how am I going to meet the channel algorithms to be able to have the channel grow, so it's not suppressed to where it's being shown and new viewers can come in and stuff like that. What am I going to do to meet all those things too? And there's things there that I have to do, stuff I have to say, putting trades up every day, putting content up every day, like all this kind of stuff to grow the channel goes as a part of the plan. So my trade plan was a lot more complicated for me because I had to take into account my channel, the whole prop firm thing as well. And it was very different from what I've been used to trading for, a decade. But that's what I liked about it. I liked the new challenge and I liked the new thing. So this is my approach to trading in a nutshell that I did in the beginning. The first part is just the exploration phase. I need to figure out what this is. What does it entail, right? Exploring all different facets of it. Platform that I'm going to trade with. Do I know that? Yes. NinjaTrader, I love it. Great. All these things. Then the next part of it, and start to form up the trade plan. Then the next part is discovery. I need to mess around a little bit. I got an account with Topstep, just pushing buttons, messing around, see what happens. Contact customer support, and kind of just get an idea how the flow of things are. Continue developing the trade plan. Start placing some trades, doing some stuff, and then from there finalize what I believe the trade plan is going to be. But of course, there's constant review and constant adjustments to that trade plan and strategy. Put all that together the first time around, went through the combine a couple times. All right, cool. Got a good idea of the land. Now let me get back into my trade plan. Put in put the icing on the cake, if you will. Did that, and then went right through the combine, right through the XFA, and right into my live account with like 80-90% winning trades and winning days, like just killing it. Just like printing money at an ATM is awesome. But then I got into my live account and I decided, what? I got this great idea. Let me start a 50K combine. Let me do this, and then let me, divide up the tickers, and let me let me do all this crazy stuff that was in my head. And I just went at it and just started doing it. I never stopped to say, let's take it back from the beginning. Explore this concept, develop this concept, adjust this concept, put the icing on the cake, and then run with it. I never went back through that process. And I never really looked at what the ramifications are going to be of everything, of my channel, of my trade plan, of everything. I just didn't pay attention to it. I thought, I'll just do this and it'll be easy. And that's not the case. And, 6 combines later, I keep running into the wall. That's a failure, and I need to give up, throw in the towel on that and take it back from the beginning. So I've done that. I've taken this week to reflect that. Still have a little bit more work to do, but I think I'm going to dump the concept of the 50K combine for now, go back to the 150K. And when I get into my next trading video, which will be like basically day 1 of the new beginning, I'll get into details on why. And a big part of it is the psychological aspect of trading. So trading it's the hardest game you ever play, but there are 2 phases to that game. The first phase is the hardest one, which is being able to trade you and being able to win in the psychological game of trading. Once you get past that phase, the second phase is a lot easier, and that's pattern recognition, and basically having that pattern recognition or that thing, that green light that tells you to take the trade, when to get in, when to get out, and execute it. And then the third part really of trading, which is the easiest part, is just managing your business. That part's the easiest part. Tracking your trades, tracking your strategy, tracking everything, managing your business, keeping your trade plan up to date, keeping your strategy up to date with the markets, being flexible to market conditions changing, like all those other aspects. That's the base. That's the easy stuff. The hardest part is that mental fitness game and the psychological game and beating that part. Second piece is that pattern recognition or red light, green light part of trading. And for me, the 50K combine has made the first part, the psychological part, difficult for me. So, but I'll get into more details about that when I bring that video in. I just want to give you all an update on where I'm at right now with my trading. I just want to give you all an update where I'm at right now with my trading and my accounts. Good news is, I traded this week in my live account. I said, you know what, I'm not going to worry about recording because I feel like I have to talk about my trade. I feel like I have to talk about it before I execute the trade. I got to think about what I'm saying for the YouTube algorithms. Like, there's a lot of other complexities that go into it. And I just wanted to sit back in my live account and just trade without the pressure of the channel or anything like that. So I took that account from like $4,400 all the way back up to $5,600. So it's only $1,000, a little over $1,000, but now I'm only $1,400 away from getting back to my 7,000, and I can do that in a few weeks. So right back on track there with the live account. So far so good. But anyway, just want to give you that update. Yes, it's important, traders, to recognize when to give up, when to say I've failed, when to throw in the towel, sit back, take a breather, take a vacation, whatever it is, regroup, start over, and then get back at it. All right, everybody. See you next week.